Hey everyone, I've got a really fun DIY for you today. So anyway, the color of my hair kind of got me thinking about absinthe recently. Now I have a bottle, but I really don't drink it very often. Mainly because before I did not have a means of actually diluting it with the cold sugar water, meaning I don't have an absinthe fountain. So anyway, some fun facts about absinthe before we get started. Actual absinthe has to contain wormwood. If it doesn't contain wormwood, then it's not absinthe. Second of all, absinthe does not make you hallucinate. That is false information. Started, at some point in Europe, the government wanted to ban absinthe because they felt that people were partying too much, that people had become corrupt and were sinful or something like that. Now, I'm not sure if this is just France or if this is all of Europe, and also in the United States. So in order to get people to go along with a ban, the government basically printed in the newspaper that absinthe is bad for you because it makes you hallucinate and it causes you to do all sorts of bad things. Not true. It just gets you drunk really quickly because it's very strong. It has a very high alcohol content. And it doesn't take very much, really. Just like one or two sips and you're you're feeling pretty good. So anyway, so yeah, I was looking at my hair going, you know what, my hair reminds me of of absinthe. So yeah. So being that I do not have an absinthe fountain, I've had to get very creative. I've had to come up with a way to create my own absinthe fountain because those motherfuckers are expensive. Absinthe fountains cost anywhere from like $100 to $250, and they're always really fancy and pretty, and like, I don't need all that fancy pretty stuff. I just need something that works as an absinthe fountain. So I figured out how to make one. It's kind of rednecky, but you know what, it is what it is. It works just fine, and I'm getting ready to show you guys. So here we go. You need to have a box wine. Now the nice part about this is you buy the wine and you drink it. So not only do you get absinthe, you get wine as well. So you gotta drink the wine, and the box you get has to be the kind that has an adjustable flow. Don't get the push button kind. Get the kind that turns and you can stop it pretty much, you know, any flow. And it's adjustable because for absinthe you just want a slow trickle. That's all you really want. So you drink your wine. And inside, when you open the box, you'll see that there's this plastic bag and it's got 2 layers of plastic. You want to slice the top of it off, and you want to wash it really, really good. Use soap and water, and then you want to put it back into the box and pop the little nozzle back out. Make sure that's closed, by the way. Yeah, I don't want to put ice water in there and have a fiasco. So anyway, and that's where your ice water goes, inside the bag, inside the box. So, now the whole point of all of this, to have it elevated, is so that you can put your glass underneath it. And it's about the same height as, say, an absinthe fountain that you would buy, I guess. I really don't know. I've never actually seen one in person before, just in ads like on Amazon and eBay and whatnot, and yeah, they're expensive. So your glass goes here, and you take your sugar cubes and use your little spoon, which I will show you guys in a few minutes. But for now, that's how you actually make the fountain. I'll get into making the absinthe glass to drink in just a few minutes. I'll be right back. Alright, you can see the ice down inside, and I already added the water. So you don't want to fill it too full, just a little bit will do. You don't have to have a lot because you don't need to fill it. If you fill it full, you're more likely to actually drink more absinthe, which is not good. So just fill it a little bit because you're only going to be drinking a little bit of absinthe. So anyway, I could not find my absinthe spoon, so this will have to do, this little strainer. And I have my little glass I'm going to use, and my sugar cubes. So really all that's missing is the absinthe. So here's what I use. What I drink, rather. It's a nice licoricey sort of taste. It's very minty, licoricey, herby sort of tasting. It's 110 proof, so yeah, you can put it in the freezer. It's actually considered a liqueur, believe it or not. So, I'm going to get the whole thing set up and ready, and then I'll be back. So, as you can see, it's supposed to be just a little drip. I mean, I barely turned this little knob on the nozzle, so barely turned it a little bit. I used 3 sugar cubes. You want the sugar cubes to be directly underneath the drip so that they melt into the absinthe. And you only want to fill it up about halfway, like I did. It's very pretty. So, and as you can see, one of the sugar cubes is already pretty much melted. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this so that the rest of them melt. Most people just use 1. I like to use 3 because I feel like it just tastes better that way. That's just me. So, and there's the finished product. No, I already took a sip, and it's very licoricey. It tastes like a black jelly bean. It is very strong. So that's why, you know, the water. So, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's how you make your own absinthe fountain, and that's also how you prepare a glass of absinthe. So, enjoy. Not bad. So anyway, if you liked this video, definitely give it a like, give it a share. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you kids later.